allow me to set the scene for you real quick. It's the mid-2000s, and I'm sitting around on my DS playing my favorite game, Pokemon Emerald. My older brother says, "Hey BubberTubber, did you know there's a new Pokemon game out? Mom's gonna take us to GameStop to get it." You could have told me that I just won the lottery, and I wouldn't have been as excited as I was to hear this news. A new Pokemon game? This is about to be the greatest day ever. I couldn't be further from the truth. Every time we got Pokemon games, my brother would get one version and I would get the other. He had red, I had blue. I had silver and he had crystal because I guess we just hated gold or something. And for Generation 3, we went all out. He had Sapphire, I had Emerald, and we both got to play Ruby. We were balling in Gen 3, so of course, when we were going to get the games for Gen 4, I thought it'd be no different. What game was I gonna get? Diamond, Pearl, Platinum even? Platinum wasn't even out actually, so not that one. Either way, I was excited. I was gonna play this game till the cows came home. My excitement turned to disappointment as we left the GameStop checkout. We walked out of that GameStop with only one game, Diamond. One game? We're two brothers. How can we only have one game? But it was true. Me and my brother had to share a Pokemon game. Pokemon games only have one save file. But this letdown? Oh, that was only the beginning for what my mom had in store for us. We didn't even get Gen 5 games. By the time they came out, our mom had stopped buying us video games altogether. At the time, I thought it was just because she hated us, but really it was probably due to the financial crisis that we were having in America at the time, so. Sorry you had to go through that one, Mom. That was really bad. But what was a young jit like myself supposed to do at a time like this? I can only replay SpongeBob Atlantis SquarePants so many times. If you were like me growing up, then your lack of games that costed money led you to discover the world of free-to-play games. Now, before my love of free-to-play games led me down a much darker path, and I mean much darker, there were Flash games. Looking back at it now that Flash no longer exists, Flash games were really something special. A true marvel of the online gaming space, if you will. I mean it when I say that you just had to be there. Not all Flash games were created equal though. For every Commando 2 that was out there, there were about 1 million Hot Dog Bush.
Holy moly, what am I gonna do now?
Actually, what am I talking about? This game is fire. Flash games for 2000s kids are what I imagine it was like for kids in the 80s and 90s sifting through all the garbage that came out on consoles back in the day. It really was the Wild West. Now, good Flash games were already pretty hard to come by, but a good Flash game series? Now that's just crazy talk. Until it's not, actually. You got stuff like the Papa's games, Fancy Pants Adventure, Henry Stickmin. But the first Flash game series that I remember playing was Swords and Sandals.
Gladiator, 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 gladiator.
Swords and Sandals is a series about swords and sandals. Am I right, guys? Why are you booing me? I'm right. Look, there's a sword and there's a sandal. What do you want from me? In all seriousness though, Swords and Sandals is a turn-based one-on-one fighting game where you play as a gladiator fighting his way to the top of the arena. Hence the full name, Swords and Sandals Gladiator. Or sorry.
Swords and sandals, gladiator.
And this game? Well, this game's awesome. Everything about it just exudes classic Flash game charm. Like, just look at these graphics. They look like they were made by a middle schooler who just discovered what MS Paint was. And as a middle schooler who also just discovered what MS Paint was, seeing this in a game was amazing. Now, I could talk about this game all day, but I'd rather play it all day instead, so let's get to the action. But BubberTubber, how are you playing the game? I thought you said Flash was dead. Now, while I could have just found it for free on some site that doesn't use Flash, I'm gonna be playing on the Swords and Sandals Classic Collection on Steam because I like to support indie game developers. And you should too, just like how you should support small YouTube channels like this one, by liking and subscribing. Alright, anyways, time to make my character. Look, I know this is a pretty basic character creator by today's standards, but for a free-to-play Flash game in 2005, skin color, hairstyle, and stubble was revolutionary. Just gotta type my name. God, just type my name in. Me. In addition to your guy's look, you get 10 skill points to distribute into different skills that all have varying purposes. For example, adding points into strength will make your character taller and allow you to do more damage per hit. That's good. While adding points into vitality will increase your total hit points. We'll talk about which ones are good and which ones are bad, but for now, we'll just spread them out evenly. I want to be a well-rounded type of fighter. Man, I am looking good. Once you finish creating your guide, the game begins with an opening cutscene. Wow, apparently we've just landed in the biggest storm in the universe, but it's okay because me and my pirate crew, we can handle any challenge. Look at this feast. You think we care about some waves? We're having a good time over here. What the hell? Why are we going so fast? And why is there an iceberg in the middle of the ocean? What, are we sailing through the Arctic? What treasure is up there? It's like I'm really there. With the ship now flooded, the crew jumps into the ocean, and unfortunately, everyone dies. The end. Just kidding, guys. Of course my guy survived. He's the main guy. After a couple days though, the crow's nest washes up on the shore of this island with a big castle on it. Herein lies the fabled arena of Doom Trek. Your greatest challenge awaits. Oh. I guess we're here now. Look at this quaint town. You got the weaponsmith, the armory, this giant coliseum in the back, and that's it. I mean, what else do you need as a gladiator? Let's check out the weaponsmith. Ow! Can I interest you in a weapon? Can you interest me in some earplugs next time? Why was that so loud? Louis de Loungeville over here sells 3 different types of weapons: slashing weapons, hacking weapons, and bashing weapons. Honestly, I have no idea what the difference between any of them do. Like, what is 3 to 6 hacking damage? Whatever, just give me this. The only other building we can visit is the armory, which has the buffest man of all time just chilling in here. Look at his chest. What the hell? Are you sure you don't want to be a gladiator, sir? You'd probably beat me. I'm sure all this armor is good, but I already have a lot from my pirate days, so I think I'll pass for now. Okay, fine, I'll buy something. Just don't get mad at me again, please. Here, I'll buy the noob hat. Happy? Now that we're all geared up, though, it's time for our first fight. Zorro Ficente, 5'3", 136 pounds, hates swimming. How do you hate swimming when you look like the ocean? Alright, it's time to mozzarella the floor with this goober. The arena is where probably like 95% of the gameplay takes place, so pay attention. You got your health and energy meters, which you can upgrade with vitality and stamina respectively. And when you're far away from your opponent, you have the choice of 6 different actions: walking forward and backwards, jumping forward and backwards, charging them with your weapon, and taunting them, which becomes resting if you don't have enough energy to taunt. Taunting either causes your opponent to charge at you or take a small amount of damage, but unless you're putting a lot of points into charisma, it doesn't really do much. Once you're up close and personal, half of your actions become attacks. Quick, normal, and powerful, each dealing increasing damage, but at the cost of being easier to be blocked. Lastly, your taunt button becomes a shove that scales with strength that you can distance yourself with if you're taking too much damage. When you run out of stamina, your character falls asleep on the spot and skips your turn like you have narcolepsy or something, and you barely get any stamina back for it. And don't even bother upgrading your stamina stat, by the way. You're gonna have to sleep at some point, regardless of how much energy you have. Now that that's out of the way, Zorro's gonna feel my wrath. I said feel my wrath. I said feel my... See? My wrath. You know, despite the cartoony style, this game is kind of violent. Like, look at that pool of blood. Listen to that scream of anguish. We just killed somebody, and the game just comes in with this happy music. Whatever. If the game doesn't care, I don't care. Rip Bozo. Alright, let's see if we can buy a new weapon now. Ow! Yeah, give me this slightly bigger axe. That'll do the trick. Deej the Nervous runs away from loud music. Hey! Yeah, that's what I thought. Once you beat enough opponents in the arena, you'll get to a champion battle, which is this game's version of a boss fight. Wolfgang Shackelford is up first, and he honestly doesn't look too difficult. I just want to get back to the damn pub. Look, Wolfgang, Mr. Shackelford, if you will. The only place you're going to after this is hell. Now let's fight. Oh, a big hit. All right, I just need one more of these. No, wait. 7. My final score was 7. Congratulations, you got a high score. That's a high score, huh? Well, let's try that again. I was doing too many risky plays. Just light attack him over and over. Oh, Jesus. After you beat each champion, you get the opportunity to take their weapon, which I don't know why you would ever not take the weapon. Like, screw this tiny axe, I want the big sword. The ability to take the champion's weapon for yourself basically makes the weaponsmith useless because their weapons will always be stronger than whatever this idiot can give you for your level. Good, honestly. That way I don't have to hear his stupid sword again. This guy doesn't play around. All the other guys have had fun little facts about themselves, but Sagalian Kingsfoil is just like, yeah, I killed 5 people. Well, he's definitely not gonna make it 6 today. Look, just because I said this game was awesome doesn't mean that it's easy. Oh look, a new high score. 9. I love the grunts they make when swinging their weapons. Like, who pulled up to the studio one day and just went, oh my god. Young Japheth, I'm sorry. More like dead Japheth. Bosun Smythe is the 2nd arena champion, and oh boy. I can't hit this guy for the life of me. And when I do, it does like 2 damage. I'm starting to think this build wasn't the most ideal. This is only the 2nd boss. What? 0? Alright, I guess I lost this round. Let me just die real quick and reset. Oh, a crit! Block! No, don't sleep. Got him! Let's go, me. Kill a few more random guys like Pan McPan. And we're already on to the next boss. The slave driver. Let's just fight, man. Are you serious? When I was a kid, I never got past this boss. What do you expect? I was like 8. I was stuck on the SpongeBob SquarePants movie game for like 5 years. I think I need a new strategy. Look, just screw every other stat. Just give me all the strength. Alright, we've seen this already. We can just skip through it. Wait. Where are my clothes? Yeah, so apparently if you skip the intro, the events in the intro just never happen. And so you get no armor. What kind of sense does that make? So now I've wasted thousands of my precious gold doubloons buying armor pieces that I should have already had for free. Thanks, game. And if you're asking why I didn't just make a new character to get my armor back, I honestly didn't even realize this had happened until I started editing the video, so we're just rocking with it for now. Alright, check this out, Wolfgang. Yeah, I almost one-shot him. Who needs anything else when you have strength, I guess? Look at that, 29 strength. I'm 8'6" now. Don't get mad at me because your armor is too expensive. How am I supposed to afford this? All right, Mr. Driver, I'm back, and this time I'm gonna show you my true strength. Okay, what I meant to say was true strength. There we go. Little kid me will be proud of this accomplishment. Waiter, waiter, more strength, please. God, the health bars in these guys are getting ridiculous. Like, look at this difference. The next boss of the game is 9 Cat Jack, who only stands at a mere 6 foot 214 pounds. Well, we're coming in at 9 foot 526 pounds, so this should be an easy clear. Before I fight him though, I want to make sure I have this in the bag, so let me get some new armor first. All right, time to fight 9 Cat Jack. What? Who the hell is this? What happened to my game? What's going on? My weapon doesn't exist. I have Nan money now? Oh, so Nan just means infinite. I have infinite money. I guess I'll just buy everything then. Are you serious? I have no weapon. I can't hit him no matter what I do. I don't know what else there is to do here. You're just gonna have to kill me, man. Just do it. Hurry it up. I'm sure that a reload will fix everything. Oh no. That's right. Just when the going was getting good, the game completely breaks. Guess I'll just restart. Yeah, restart. Alright, we're back with a new hairdo and we got our armor back. Let's do this. You can't run from me this time, Jack. Oh, stop. Come on, I just need one good hit on him. Aha! Your weapon is mine, Jack. For real this time. Now that we're finally back on track, it's time to get headed to the next boss. This game's starting to piss me off. Again? Come on, give me a good fight here. 3 in a row? Are you gonna give me a good fight? What? What do you expect me to do all the way over there? Okay, boss number 5, Stylonius of Southport. You wanna know if he's easy?
He's not.
This game's enjoyable, guys, I swear. Now, it was at this point when I came to the horrible realization that I wasn't going to beat Stylonius with the armor I bought. In buying this good breastplate, I ended up neglecting other smaller upgrades that would have given me a better chance in the fight. But I'm all out of money! So you know what I did? Make a new gladiator. Yeah, what is this, like the 5th character I've made? So good. But it's okay, because I got back to Stylonius and absolutely rolled his ass. Let's go, guys. Yes, let's go. 2 hits, and he's out of there. With my confidence now sky high, it was time for the second to last boss of the game, Lord Talahuddin. You cannot win, my friend. Oh, trust me, I haven't been. All night. All right, Talahuddin, how many deaths is this gonna take? What? I guess 0. Moving on then. Who is this? Dougal the Rich, huh? Apparently not rich enough to buy a weapon or clothes, unless you count shoes and a helmet clothes. All right, let's just get this over with. Dougal the Rich, I am so sorry. Jokes aside, genuinely, what was that? He has no weapon, he has 3 strength, and only slightly more attack than me. His first attack on me did 6 damage. The game is just doing this on purpose at this point. The final champion is Chaos the Scourge. Hecaeus? I don't know, H over there. And he's never been defeated. Well, Mr. H, never say never. I don't even believe what I just saw, to be honest. The undefeated insane tyrant, the Scourge himself, the final boss of this game. And that's how he goes out. I don't even care anymore, just give me a good ending. Wow, that ending was just amazing. Oh, did you miss it? Let me play it again for you. Yeah, there is no ending. Congratulations. You can go to the arena still, but it's only for regular fights that go on forever. There's no other bosses. This game had an elaborate opening sequence, and yet there's nothing for the ending. You said you like this game, BubberTubber. That's what you said. I do like this game. I think it's definitely got some serious problems. I don't think anyone's gonna argue with me on that one, but it's just got this certain charm that has kept it in the back of my mind for decades now. And while I can sit here and rag on the game's flaws, that's not what 8-year-old me thought about. 8-year-old me was too focused on being the best gladiator in all the land. And even though he didn't succeed, the dream lived on. I'm actually kind of glad I never beat this game as a kid, because I would have been pissed at the ending. Like, come on guys, there's not even a mediocre ending I can cut back to emphasize my point, because there literally isn't one. Or maybe I just would have kept playing the arena forever, expecting more champions to come, and just never realizing that the game ended. Well, that's Swords and Sandals 1. Ultimately, it was a fun concept that just needed some work. Something extra to really put it over the edge and cement its legacy as a beloved Flash game franchise. That's where Swords and Sandals 2 comes in. Swords and Sandals 2 took whatever strengths the first game had and expanded on them tenfold. 11-fold even, maybe even 12-fold. The game features a whopping 16 bosses to the first game's 7, and the amount of armor and weapons in this game compared to the original makes the first game look like a demo. Swords and Sandals 1? That was the appetizer. We're moving on to the main course. Unfortunately for me, the frustration of Swords and Sandals 1 comes back full force in 2. Honestly, probably way worse. If you find yourself struggling, try a different strategy. Words that would unknowingly haunt me as I attempted to beat this game for the first time. Well, if it wasn't broke last time, no point in trying to fix it now. This time around, instead of a pirate, you're a prisoner. How did I just free myself? Matter of fact, how did the entire shackles just disappear? Never mind, I forgot what game I was playing. This is what happened in the first game, and I'm making a point about shackles. After we leave our cells, some guy with a glowing axe tells us that we're all gonna fight each other. I feel like I'm out of place here. I think this prison has a problem with profiling the same guy. Alright, well, if I have to beat this guy to earn my freedom, then so be it. Oh, nice matchup screen game. Much better than that tiny box from the first one. Alright, fearful prisoner. Looks like it's the end of the road for you. He's not really fearful, is he? He just keeps walking towards me. Oh my god! His entire heart just catapulted out of his body. In the first game, they just kind of fall over into a pool of blood. This is graphic. Once we make it to the town though, you'll find that some new locations have opened up since we were last here. The magic shop and the church. The magic shop sells two things: spells that do various things from replenishing your resources to damaging your opponent, and weapon enchants that you can use to add some extra damage to your arsenal. Even though there's 4 different enchant types, fire, ice, venom, and wraith, they all have the exact same effect and inflict the exact same amount of damage, so that's lame. If your enchant goes off after a swing, your opponent will take damage and miss their turn. So they're pretty useful and also pretty expensive. My god, you're out of your mind, lady. Hello, sir. I guess I'm not buying anything here. What, saving costs money now? Those of lean purse and a miserly heart will find no solace here? What, so poor people aren't allowed in the church now? I'm not poor. I have 2,500 gold. You just don't want to sell me anything. How is that my fault? Whatever, let's just hit up the weaponsmith. Ow! Glad to hear that Louis over here is as obnoxious as ever. This time around though, he has 4 different types of weapons to choose from. And unlike these 3, this one actually does something different. Swords and Sandals 2 introduces ranged weapons, which are honestly kind of broken. Being able to hit someone as hard as you can up close, but from far away?
Come on, man. That's too easy.
The blacksmith, on the other hand, hasn't changed at all. Except now he just has a lot more armor to sell. And I think his pecs got bigger. I don't even know how that's possible, to be honest. Jesus!
I am Arglax, overlord of the arena.
So you are. Unlike the first game, which took you right to a matchup screen, Arglax here has a choice of not 1, but 2 types of fights to engage in at the arena. Duels are the standard fights of the original, only this time the fight ends on first blood rather than when somebody dies. This makes duels later on really fast, but that's good because the amount of duels you have to go through in the later stages is honestly ridiculous. The second option are tournaments, which expand upon the champion battles of the original. Instead of just fighting the arena champion outright after a few duels, you're now entered into a gauntlet where you have to take down every single competitor, including the champion, in order to win the tournament. They don't even make like a bracket or something for these. You have to go down the list one by one to get to the champion. How is that fair? Spoiler alert! It's not. You can't enter tournaments until you've dueled enough to get to a certain level though. And you can't duel once you qualify for a tournament. Yeah, remember when I said there's 2 options in the arena? Well, it's more like 1 option, so this guy's a big fat liar. Alright, my first duel. Ophion, you're gonna be Ophi done. Right off the bat, you'll notice 2 things. 1 is that the armor is now its own hit point total, and 2 is that we get to see what the crowd's reaction is to our fight. Bored to tears. The fight just started. Can you give me a chance? The higher the crowd's admiration, the more gold you'll get for winning the fight. I don't see how this one's gonna be fair. He has 22 armor and I have 0. Okay, at level 3 you get access to the win the crowd ability, which... God, this thing sucks. It's supposed to increase the crowd's reaction meter, but unless you have a lot of charisma, you may as well just be skipping your turn. Like, look at this. It's not like once you fill the bar, it stays filled either. I just entertained the crowd, and then my opponent taunted and brought the meter back down again. I think it might have even went lower than it was at the start. Even if you had a lot of charisma, why would you waste your time doing this? After a couple duels though, my money is up and it's time for the first tournament. Woolridge's Meat Emporium. I mean, that's all fine and good, John, but these fights are to the death. How are low-level gladiators gaining valuable experience if you kill them? All right, Admiral, your time is up. York the Widowmaker, more like... Ow! Okay, sorry, I didn't mean it. I'm so dead. Wait, I still have a chance. I can still do it. Come on, just hit him! Hey, look, 3,712. That's my best score by far. Let's try this again. This is the first guy. I don't know how I won that, but I did. With everyone else cleared, it was time for John. That was pretty hard, John. I'm gonna give it to you on that one. Please don't do that again. I guess he listened to what I said because he didn't get another hit on me for the entire fight. We get 12,500 gold for winning this tournament, but there's just one problem. Unlike the first game, you don't get to take the champion's weapons. Meaning if we want a good weapon, we're gonna have to buy it ourselves. It's right there, why can't I just grab it? It's not like John's using it anymore. Guess I better get my own upgrade then. This giant piece of wood should do the trick. Let's put a horrible curse on it as well. That should be good. All right, let's see here. Did this guy just get cursed by me walking? At level 7, we get the Psych Up ability. And if you thought that Win the Crowd was useless, let me introduce you to Psych Up. It's a 3-part attack that on the 3rd step, there's a whirlwind move that's supposed to do extra damage. Good luck ever getting to use it though. If you get hit while charging this up, you have to start over. And look at how much stamina it drains. See, here I go, charging it up. 1, 2, and I'm asleep. And not to mention, your opponent can just walk away on 2 and waste your time anyways. On top of all of that though, one of the spells you can unlock later in the game, Whirlwind, is literally Psych Up, but with no charge. What kind of doo-doo garbage is this? Tournament 2, Midsummer Blades, featuring the evil ninja. He must be real evil. Look at that angry expression on his face. That's evil. Oh, now I know he's really evil. He uses a ranged weapon. That's okay though, because it does like 2 damage. You've got to be kidding me. The evil ninja's annoying, but he's pretty easy. Just whack him a few times with some wood and 17,500 gold pieces are now yours. Tournament 3 is Shard Strike Memorial. And if it seems like I'm rushing this game a little bit, this is what you're missing out on. Son of Stylonius? Well, I already beat Dad of Stylonius. Wait, no, that just beat Stylonius. I already beat him in the first game, so this should be no problem. Oh, well, he just got lucky there, I'm sure. I'll just go ahead and give him the old rematch, and we'll be out of the next tournament in no time. Oh. Every time you die to an arena champion, you have to beat the entire tournament again. Remember how easy it was to challenge the arena champion again in the first game? Well, that'd be no good, because then how would I ever be able to go up against such names like Julius the Hapless, Achilles, Will? All right, Will, let's see what you got. Let's just pretend that never happened, okay? Just forget about that part of the video. See, look. This is the real tournament. I don't see Will here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. 1 poison, please. That'll only cost all of my money. What? The hour is late, and as the town quietens? British. Will you brave the streets or spend some gold finding a tavern to rest for the night? Look. This seems like a very fun and safe town for all, but I think I'm gonna just pay for the tavern. Tournament 4! It didn't even tell me a name, so we're just gonna call it the 2-Sword Black Shield Tournament. Very true to life. Don't ever do that again. Marksman Dantis is really where my gladiating career took a turn for the worst. Like the evil ninja, Marksman Dantis has a ranged weapon, but unlike the evil ninja, this weapon hurts. Gotta make my way over him so I can beat him up. Oh, I am cooked. Genuinely, what am I supposed to do in this scenario? I have no way of hitting him because I don't have a ranged weapon, and I have no way of reaching him because I have no agility. And it's not like I could just buy a ranged weapon now. The money was already spent. The skill points were already distributed. So you know what I did? Made a new character. And that meant once again playing through the entire game. This time making sure to spread my strength and agility evenly. Or at least that's what I tried to do. When I wasn't putting all my points into strength, I wasn't winning anymore. I couldn't even beat John the Butcher. John the Butcher was too much for this new gladiator I made. New gladiator? You suck. So you know what I did? I made a 3rd gladiator. You can tell how mad I was. I didn't even name this one. This time, I was gonna spam strength until I felt comfortable enough to branch into agility so that I could beat this stupid idiot man over here. And this time, I gave myself a sweet haircut. All right, time to just do a few duels and... What? Critical hits go through armor? So you mean to tell me I just lost 5,000 gold, 5 bands, because, I don't know, the game hates me, that's why. All right, I made it all the way back to Dantis. Let's do this. Get back here, you coward. Just keep charging at him. I've almost got him. No. I'm having a great time. God, what was this video about again? Me liking this game? All right, Dantis, you're dying today. finally! Next tournament. Side note, I bought a bow to fight him ranged, but just ended up running after him the whole time, so I guess that was pointless. You are approached by a hooded man carrying an engraved rosewood box. He looks around for a moment before whispering to you. Box of mystery! Oh wait, he's whispering. Box of mystery, what lies inside? Hand me some gold, stranger, and you shall see. Sure. My magic has grown by 3 points. Alright, I guess I can buy some spells now. Command, bring them to me. Just gotta gear up some more and then the next tournament will be underway. The Great Beast Cup, featuring the Great Beast. With my new spells, I shall be unstoppable. Alright, Great Beast, I'm gonna show you what for. Command to me. What? Run that back, show the instant replay. Does he get the first move after I use the command spell? Then what's the point of that? Game, don't piss me off any more than you already have. The brutal grind. You can say that again. Come on, he's low. Just one more. Use the bow. Yes! What the hell? I won. Whilst leaving the arena, you spot a pretty girl smiling at you? That never happens. Let's take her to a fine restaurant. We're a big shot gladiator at this point. Spend the 1500. That's like what, 2 cents to me? The next morning, the maiden gives you a kiss and a rose. Okay. I gained 2 stamina. Okay. I ain't know my guy had it like that. Let's go win this next tournament. Number 6, the Penitent King's robe. What do we got here? A wizard? Alright, what you got up your sleeve? Alright, anyways, let's... What I was trying to say was... Can I finish what I was... Stop! Get back here! Wanna play that, huh? Well, take this! Uh-oh. Come on, get him. No, please, not again. Come on, one more arrow. Phew! These are getting a little close now. Glad to see moon jumping is still in fashion. Tournament 7, Dungeon Hack. I can't be stopped. Look at my stats. We're balling now. Who's the champion here? What the? The slave driver? Didn't I already kill this man? Honestly, I'm more afraid of Centurion Utgard the Stinky. That name is just diabolical. Get me away from him. He's just me, but bigger. Oh no. Am I stinky too? Alright, slave driver, let's get this over with. I'm not gonna let you move. Get this guy out of here! Yes! Again? Really? By my long lost brother too? Oh, come on. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna steal goods from this struggling merchant. Who do you take me for, game? You gave me money too, look at that. Tournament 8, the Pillars of Sphericles. And oh my god, Sphericles is the champion in this tournament. What the heck? That is one big weapon. That is one big gladiator. Not big enough, I'm afraid. Give me those 60 bands. The Master's Court is tournament 9 and oh boy. First of all, look at how many people are in this tournament. You're telling me if I lose to the champion, I have to fight all of you again? Ha! Well, I'm always up for a challenge. Ha! Okay, well, let's do that again. Are you sure you guys aren't all champions? I mean, you got the skills, am I right? Who's a champion anyways? Maharaja Saeed? More like Maharaja Speed, in which he's gonna be dying. Alright, stop running. It's over. I've beaten you. Oh, okay. Yeah, you definitely got me with that one. That's okay, though. I'll just do the tournament again. It'll only be my 4th time doing it. That's what they say, though, isn't it? 4th time's the charm. Oh, I've got him on the ropes now. I can't mess this up. Don't block it. Just get hit by the hammer. Please. Alright everyone, so this is Swords and Sandals Crusader, a spin-off game from the very beloved, very beloved Swords and Sandals franchise. You know, it's just so good. In this game, you go from a mere gladiator to a cool world leader. Look at that. Oh man, it's just like Sid Meier's Civilization. Isn't this so peaceful? Look, I'm gonna go dig for treasure now. How fun is that? And then you get to take control of an army. Oh man, this is so cool. Look at my guys go. They're tearing it up. Go team, go. Oh man, and they got a giant monkey fighting a giant dude with a sword. Look at him go. Ah, dang. The monkey just got owned. Go, my troops. We shall march into battle. Yeah, raise that morale. What am I doing? This isn't like me. To quit like that? Give up on my dreams of being the top gladiator? How could I do such a thing? I just gotta put my head down and try again. I'll come back to you later, Crusaders. I actually like playing this game. Gotta be something I'm missing here. A new way of thinking I haven't tried yet. Louis will have ideas. He'll know what to do. Ow! Louis, what do I do? There were more items. I just had to click that button. April Fools! Come on, you didn't think I already knew that? You guys crack me up sometimes. I don't know how you do it. In all seriousness though, I don't know how I missed this button, or how I don't remember it from before, or even why there were strangely no items for the rest of the levels in this game. I don't know, okay? Maybe I was just blinded by rage, but this completely went over my head. Alright, we got some new armor, a new weapon, and some new technology. I'm out of money too, so if I don't win now, I'm cooked. But I think I'm ready to win this tournament. I'm going to beat this, and I'm going to do it in the most cheap way possible. Remember what I said about taunting way back in the first game? If you put all of your points into charisma, taunting becomes much more than that. The charisma build isn't without its own problems, however. Not every taunt that hits will damage your opponent. Sometimes it will either send the opponent flying backwards if they're holding a melee weapon, or charging towards you if they have a ranged weapon. This can come in handy as you can't taunt while in melee range because it gets replaced by the puny push, so you definitely need to keep your distance. Your worst enemy in this build though is stamina. You could be at 100% stamina. One taunt drains all of that instantly, and then you have to spend 5 to 6 turns sleeping to charge it back up just to do one taunt. So while the pushback is situationally useful, it sucks to get a taunt that does no damage with your one chance at full stamina. And don't even get me started on if the taunt gets blocked. Despite these drawbacks, I'm able to get back to where I was pretty easily. Just gotta mash the taunt and sleep button over and over until you win. Okay, maybe I did die to Slave Driver a bit because he wouldn't get off of me, but otherwise, we were part of Smooth Sailing City. This doesn't make for interesting gameplay at all, but if this is what it takes to win, then we're doing it. In addition to putting points in charisma though, I'm also putting a lot of points into magicka because honestly, the spells are ridiculous. Like rejuvenate. You basically just hit a reset button on your health and armor. I'm not complaining though. Alright Maharaja, I've crawled all the way back up to you, and I've got a new build that I'm ready to try out, and thankfully though, that death was a fluke. So while I did have to redo the entire tournament for like the 10th billion times infinity time, the combination of my taunts and spells were finally able to put this guy in the ground. Thank God. I think I jumped out of my chair when I beat him like I just won the Super Bowl. It only took until the very next tournament for me to run into another roadblock though. Tournament 10, Gaiax's Eye features who else? Gaiax. Looks like the older brother of my character, again. The problem with this idiot is not really that he could kill me, but it was that I couldn't kill him either. You see, something that changed in 2 from the original is that the health bars now regenerate on their own. And that's bad news, because while my taunt does hit 99% of the time, not every taunt is going to be a damaging taunt. And by the time I'm able to sleep up enough stamina to taunt again, his health bar healed the entire taunt damage. Look at this. So now we're just stuck here. What a great game. So is that it? Am I really done now? Well, no. There's another thing I didn't realize I could do until I looked it up later. Spells are not unique. If you want to have 5 dire fireballs, then you can have 5 dire fireballs in your inventory. So now, once Gaiax's armor is gone, all I gotta do is just light him up. Tournament 11, the Mighty Sandal, featuring this lame idiot. Just blow him up. Tournament 12, the Imperial Open. Now we're really getting into deep territory, but not before we get out our final piece to make our build complete. Molten Death. Check this out. Who even needs to taunt anymore? God, that sounds horrific. The arena champion of this tournament is He Chaos the Scourge? Again, I literally killed you already. Don't you remember earlier in this video? Killing him again wouldn't hurt, I guess. So, we'll kill him again. Tournament 13, the Archfiend's Furnace. Okay, guys, really? This is like an unnecessary amount of competitors. You're telling me I have to sit through this 14 times before I can even look at the arena champion? Speaking of, now we're fighting a devil. He actually almost kills me too. Well, before I used my get out of jail free card and blew him up, but almost. Isn't it weird how different this game's balancing is now that I'm playing a different build? Like, with my melee setup, every battle was a back and forth struggle. Now it's just, yeah, let me just use one of my meteor showers real quick. Well, these stats are ridiculous. Tournament 14, Duel of Heroes. What can I even say at this point other than you play as this arena's champion in Crusaders for a bit? That's kind of cool. Next, some of these guys are getting ridiculously huge. Maybe I'm just ridiculously small? Whatever, Molten Death. Tournament 13 had a demon champion, so naturally, Tournament 15 has to have an angel champion. Why not? Hey, this guy's familiar. Oops. I killed him, guys. Tournament 16, the Emperor's Invitational. Good Lord. Does that say evil BubberTubber real? I can't even imagine doing this tournament with the melee build. These guys aren't going to give me any problems with the build I have now, but it's going to be extremely tedious. For the first time, we get to see the evil Emperor Antares. Antares? Whatever. You can tell he's evil because he has evil red eyes. I wonder what he's thinking about these matches. Was he expecting a guy to come in and just rain endless flaming rocks on everybody till they died? Is this exciting for him? And yes, we did read that correctly. The arena champion of this tournament is an evil clone of yourself. And that couldn't be any more annoying of a challenge because now he gets to rain Molten Death on me and he has my get out of jail free card too. I wish I could tell you that this fight was just an absolute thrill fest, but then I'd be a liar. Like this guy. This was the majority of the fight right here. Just standing at the opposite ends of the arena shouting, hoping that something would hit. That was it. Eventually though, I was able to get him with my last Molten Death, but yeah, I didn't like that fight at all. All right, it's finally here. The last tournament. Emperor's Throne, with none other than Emperor Antares as the champion. Again, we have to go through yet another page of guys. This game just doesn't want to end, does it? Emperor, your time has come. What are those stats? All right, got a taunt off. That's good. Don't pull me in. What? No, I did not come all this way to fail like this. Come on, give me a fair fight. He's actually almost dead. I don't even know what to say anymore. All right, I beat your stupid tournament 3 times. It's time to end this. 500 health, he's weak, just a bit more. Dang it! Here, all Molten Death now. How about that? No more finesse, no more strategy. You're getting pummeled by falling rocks. If I lose again, I am uninstalling this game and removing it from my Steam library. I don't care that this comes with Crusaders. I'll make the sacrifice if I have to. Let's go! It's been like 15 years and I can finally say I beat Swords and Sandals 2. You have completed Swords and Sandals 2. Wow. At least this game tells you that you won instead of the first game just saying nothing. You are eternal champion of the arena. Sweeter words were never read. I hold very mixed feelings about the Swords and Sandals franchise. These 2 games frustrated the hell out of me when recording for this video. And as an adult, being able to take off the rose-tinted glasses and see the flaws of the games much more clearly really soured my whole view of the game's fun factor. There are other installments of this franchise, but I never got to play them growing up. I don't know anything about Swords and Sandals 3 or 4, and quite frankly, I'm not interested in knowing as of right now. Am I satisfied that I've now beaten these games all these years later? Honestly, not really. For both of these games, I spent around 10 hours just sitting and button mashing the same fights over and over again. I don't know about you, but that is not my definition of fun. And I didn't even get a satisfying ending. Despite all this, however, there's still a part of me that loves this franchise. There's a reason why I remember these games from all those years ago in my childhood. Did I ever beat them as a kid? No. Did I ever care about how unfair the games were or how annoying the bosses were? No. I just wanted to have fun as a gladiator, fighting to my heart's content in the arena. While I have nowhere near any type of love for the repetitive gameplay these games have to offer, I have nothing but love from a piece of my younger self who was disappointed that he wasn't going to be buying any more games, who was shown the absolute treasure trove that is Flash games because of games like this. And just look at how they're doing now. Look at all the games they have. Swords and Sandals Immortals, Swords and Sandals Crusaders Redux, Swords and Sandals Spartacus, Swords and Sandals 2 Redux, Swords and Sandals Medieval, Swords and Sandals Pirates. Wait, Swords and Sandals 5 Redux? Was there even a 5? It doesn't matter. What matters is that they were able to make something great out of those games, flaws and all. And younger me knew that. Knew something that older me doesn't know now. Isn't that inspirational? I think so. So keep going, Swords and Sandals. I hate you. Maybe I'll give Swords and Sandals 3 a shot. I want to see where they took the franchise after the second one. How long does it take to beat? Oh, you're out of your mind.
Gladiator, 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 gladiator.